What's up YouTube? This video will teach you guys how to do an arm wave. Basically an arm wave is when you do your entire arm span and you want it to look like a water wave. Like that. So what are good ways to practice how to do an arm wave? Basically what you want to do is you're going to isolate each joint in your arm span. So you start with the fingers, then you do with the knuckles, the next set of knuckles, then your wrist, then your elbow, then your shoulder, then your shoulder, then your elbow, then your wrist, your knuckles, your fingertips. What you want to make sure is that you're only moving one joint at a time. And you're going to eventually make everything look fluid so you can continue the entire arm wave. But when you start off, you want to, again, isolate each one of your joints. When you get to your elbow, this part's tricky because you can't really just straighten out your elbow like that. So the illusion is once you get from your wrist to your elbow, you raise by rotating your arm so that the elbow goes higher. Same with this. I'm rotating my arm for the elbow to get higher. Once the elbow is up, then you just transfer that elevation to your shoulder. So you straighten everything else and your shoulder goes up, then your other shoulder goes up, and from here you rotate again your elbow goes to your wrist, knuckle, fingertips. Okay? What I wanted to show you guys today is how to practice on a table. It's actually helpful because it sort of forces you to keep all your joints down except for the joint that's elevated. So a good way to practice is you put your arms, just your forearms, on the table and you're going to move one hand slightly forward. So in this case I'm going to move my right hand slightly forward, about one knuckle longer than my left hand. And what you do is you lift your fingertips first and then you place your fingertip to line up with the left hand on the other side. So now this is your reference point. When I push down on my fingertip, I have nothing else to move but the next knuckle. And then when I push down on my knuckle, nothing can move except my wrist. And then when I push down on my wrist, the only thing that can move is my elbow. When I push, or when I straighten out my elbow, my shoulder goes up, my shoulder goes up, back to the elbow. To lower my elbow, it raises my wrist, and then when I lower my wrist, it raises my knuckle, fingertip. So now, the left hand is slightly forward than the right. So that's how you practice. You can do this in class if you wish. You might look a little funny to your friends or to your classmates, but it's a good way to practice. So again, fingertip, knuckle, wrist, elbow, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckle, fingertip. And that's how you do an arm wave. Over time, you can connect these movements, your muscle memory will develop, and you can really just put this all together in one fluid motion, and then that's eventually how you do an entire arm wave smoothly. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to the channel, FJ5 Dance. My main channel is still FJ5, and hopefully I'll be putting a lot more videos up for you guys. Bye-bye.